Greetings ladies and gentlemen, Adrian here. Welcome back to the channel and to the first MMO news drop for the month of April 2019. This is part 1, so expect a second news drop sometime in the next couple of days. Hope you all are doing great. Let's recap some highlights over the past week, beginning with this. That's right, Guild Wars 2 has dropped a really brief teaser video to let us know that episode 6 of the current Living World Season 4 is coming. Titled War Eternal, the teaser shows the Elder Dragon Kralkatori just chilling out, flying about, but to anyone who's finished the previous episode, I know what you're feeling. You want revenge for the death of the Scion. Yes, I do too. No official date yet, but stay tuned, it's bound to be revealed pretty soon. But more importantly, bigger news have emerged from ArenaNet this past week, which I think kinda reassured plenty of players about the future of Guild Wars 2, considering the setbacks the studio has endured. In a lengthy letter from the game director, the future of the game has been laid out somewhat, and there's a lot of things coming after episode 6, like the addition of legendary runes and sigils, so start saving up on your mats. There's also going to be an increase of the cooking crafting tier from 400 to 500, that world vs world restructuring you often hear me ramble on about, and a Swiss tournament support for structured PvP. All of this has been tagged as for the future, and even further than that, there's jewel crafting being raised to 500, a festival idea for both PvP modes, which sounds pretty interesting, and more, and all of these will ship when they are ready. The one thing I do want to single out though is that Guild Wars 2 has finally confirmed and announced that a feature is coming which will allow us players to save multiple builds to change them on the fly, which really is a build template. This is fantastic news, obviously. It's something we've always wanted and it should have been in-game from the very beginning. Being able to save multiple builds will be super handy, especially in Guild Wars 2 where players often have different setups for different game modes. Like my Guardian, for example, I've got 3 completely different builds of weapons, gear, and traits for PvP and PvE, and having to swap between them manually is kinda rubbish, and it got to a point where I actually made a second Guardian character so I can put that character in one build and swap between the two whenever I'm in a different game mode. Needless to say, I cannot wait for this feature, and I'm sure a lot of players feel the same, and keep in mind all of this is for the future, and the new team structure that they have over there will be put to the test in the months ahead. So in the meantime, let's all look forward to episode 6 and the continuation of the main story. And that reminds me, if you are a new player or a returning player, episode 2 of the Living World Season 4, a bug in the system, is now free to claim on the in-game store if you missed out the first time around. Next up, guess who's celebrating a 5th anniversary? It's the Elder Scrolls Online. Wow, just how far has this MMORPG come? It sure had its problems in the first couple of years, but these days you probably see it and hear about it all the time. Guilty. Well, to celebrate, there's a 5-week event going on right now. Firstly, Chef Donaldan's cake is back, so head on to the Crown Store, claim the quest, and go get your cake. That memento gives you a 2-hour XP buff that you want to take advantage of, as well as 2 event tickets the first time you use the cake each day, so that's a total of 72 tickets that you can earn throughout the anniversary event. Then, the 5 weeks each have their own unique twist for rewards. So the first week, which ends on April 11th, is all about doing your daily writs for gift boxes. Week 2 from April 11th to April 18th rewards you for clearing delves and monsters, and on it goes. Only a couple of months away from Elsewhere and the Necromancer class, folks, so keep doing what you're doing in Tamriel. I've got a few ESO vids lined up for new players and for players that have been discussing a lot about the combat system, which I'm now taking into consideration as well, and we'll dive deeper into ESO's combat in a separate video, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, congratulations ESO. Over to Azeroth we go, and there's a lot of exciting things cooking in the background for World of Warcraft. First of all, the Darkmoon Fair is back for 1 week and brings with it new cosmetics like the severed fish heads, which is pretty funny. There's a new roller coaster ride at the fair too, which is cool, but really, you want to take this opportunity to get a Darkmoon top hat and that Wii buff, which provides 10% XP and rep boosts, especially if you're leveling a new alt character for the Heritage Armor or just grinding to finish your reps to unlock a new allied race. Now, the big news, of course, is about patch 8.2, Rise of Azshara. It's been hinted by sources like Wowhead and others that the patch will drop towards the end of May. And it's a big one, of course, because it adds 2 new zones, which are Nazjatar and Mechagon, and continues the story and finally brings in Queen Azshara herself, who will have a major part to play in the Battle for Azeroth plot moving forward, apparently. This is intriguing to me because I'm really interested in the old god stuff, and I'm looking forward to seeing what twists and turns awaits us moving forward. And then there's the new raid too, Azshara's Eternal Palace, for all the endgamers to pour over, so it's looking like a pretty busy month or two ahead for World of Warcraft players. And hey, look, some Star Wars news. Star Wars The Old Republic has revealed to us this week that a brand new event and a new planet is coming to the game. Game Update 5.10.3 will bring with it the Dantooine incursion, and the planet, well, you just heard it. This will be a new recurring in-game event that will take place on the new planet of Dantooine, which is cool, and I guess we're all happy to finally see things freshen up in the in-game events department instead of having the same Rock Ghoul Resurgence or the Relics of the Gree event over and over and over again. The backstory about what the event is all about is nothing really new. The reignited war and tensions between the Galactic Republic and the Sith Empire means there will be death on Dantooine, and that's all that matters. No trailer or anything for this just yet except this key art that you're watching right now, so hey, sit tight, or you could attend the SWTOR Community Cantina happening in Chicago this coming Saturday and ask the community team about the event in person. So that does it for part 1 of this April MMO news drop. There's a lot more news yet to come, just let me edit that stuff first, so stay tuned. In the meantime, click that like button if you love your MMOs, and go ahead and let me know what you're going to be playing throughout the month of April in the comments section below. Feel free to subscribe to the channel for more on MMOs and get notified on all my latest uploads by hitting that bell icon, y'all. Once again, I'm Adrian, and I thank you for watching.